Some places just grab you, don't they? They've got this real pull. Comes from like opposite things working together. South Korea is definitely one of those.
Absolutely. You've got the ancient side.
Yeah, incredible echoes of the past. Palaces, temples, you know.
And then right alongside it, this hyper-modern world. Blazing fast tech, global pop culture.
Exactly. So today we're plunging into South Korea for anyone feeling that curiosity, wanting to experience that mix firsthand.
Think of it as a shortcut, maybe, to understanding what makes it so captivating.
Yeah, a shortcut. And what's really compelling is how these sides aren't just like next to each other.
No, they're actively shaping each other, right?
Yeah.
That interplay creates this really unique vibe for visitors.
Totally. And our jumping off point for this deep dive is an article from FlightNHotels.com
called Your South Korean Journey.
Right. It's a great overview, hits the key spots, gives you the practical info to, well, start picturing a trip.
So our mission here is to really dig into it.
Okay.
Pull out the most exciting, the most useful stuff for you if you're thinking about going.
We'll cover the cultural highlights, the cool modern attractions, the amazing nature.
And those essential travel tips, the practical things.
Okay, so let's dive right in. Why South Korea? Why should it even be on your radar?
Well, the article lays out some key reasons. There's the rich cultural heritage.
Yeah, UNESCO sites, those incredible palaces, traditional Hanok villages. Beautiful stuff.
Then the flip side, the modern energy.
Yeah.
Seoul, Busan, buzzing with tech and K-culture.
Which is huge, obviously. And for outdoorsy types.
Jeju Island's volcanic landscapes, Seoraksa National Park's peaks, coastal trails near Busan.
Wow, okay. And the food. We have to mention the food.
Oh, absolutely. Bibimbap, bulgogi, kimchi, Korean BBQ. I mean, the list is long.
It really is. And of course, the Hallyu wave, K-pop, K-dramas, the movies.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
It really is. And what's interesting is how all these pieces fit together in, well, a pretty compact country.
Right. You could have a morning dip in history.
And then the afternoon, you're seeing cutting-edge modern culture. It's quite the contrast.
So to make that cultural heritage more concrete, let's talk Gyeongbokgung Palace.
The main one in Seoul.
Not just a UNESCO site, it was the main royal palace of the Joseon dynasty. Huge deal.
They still do the changing of the royal guard ceremony.
Apparently. Imagine seeing that. It's like, bam, you're in a historical drama.
Yeah, definitely adds to the experience.
And then the modern side, K-pop, K-dramas. The global impact is just, well, undeniable.
You see Korean artists topping charts worldwide, Korean shows dominating streaming.
It's really shaped how the world sees South Korea now.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For you listening, what part of this picture grabs you most? The history, the modern buzz, the nature.
Good question. Okay, let's talk destinations. Where would you actually, go?
The article starts with Seoul, the capital. Dynamic, they call it.
That blend again, tradition and innovation. We keep coming back to that.
And Gyeongbokgung Palace is right there in Seoul, embodying that mix perfectly.
But beyond the palace, there's Bukchon Hanok Village.
Ah, yes, the traditional houses.
Exactly. Picture wandering through those streets, these beautifully kept old Korean homes. Get a real feel for old Seoul.
And what's cool about Bukchon is it's not just a museum piece. People actually live there.
Oh, really? That's amazing. Past and present, truly integrated.
Yeah, it's quite remarkable.
Okay, need more energy. Myeongdong and Dongdaemun.
The shopping hubs, right? Fashion Central.
Apparently. Find anything there. And then for views.
And Seoul Tower, up on Namsan Mountain.
Yeah.
Panoramic cityscape.
Gotta do that. And of course, Gangnam.
Can't forget Gangnam. Still famous from Gangnam Style.
Evokes that image of like luxury shopping, nightlife, entertainment.
Yeah, Gangnam really represents that modern, ambitious, global side of Seoul. It's become shorthand for a certain lifestyle.
Okay, next up, Busan. South Korea's coastal jewel, the article calls it.
Sounds more laid back than Seoul. Beaches, seafood.
That's the vibe, yeah.
Huh.
Hongdae and Gwangbali beaches are mentioned. Relaxing, maybe catch a festival.
Nice. And Gamcheon Culture Village. That sounds interesting.
Doesn't it? Colorful houses cascading down hills, murals, art installations. Sounds like a visual feast.
Yeah, Gamcheon offers a really different feel from, say, sleek Gangnam. More artistic, community-focused. Shows how art can totally change a place.
And then there's a temple right on the coast. Haedong Yeonggungsa Temple.
Oh, that one's special. A Buddhist temple literally overlooking the sea. Pretty unique setting.
Wow, I can imagine the views. And for seafood lovers.
Jigalchi Fish Market. An absolute must-visit for the freshest catch, apparently. The energy there is probably intense.
Sounds like it. Okay, moving south. Jeju Island.
Nature's paradise. The Hawaii of Korea, they even say.
High praise. Popular spot, especially for honeymoons, it seems.
It's volcanic, right? That shapes the landscape.
Yeah. Home to Halasan Mountain, South Korea's highest peak, a dormant volcano.
And waterfalls, too.
Yep. Jongbang and Cheonjeon waterfalls. Sounds picturesque. And Sangsan Ilchulbong, Sunrise Peak.
Ah, the UNESCO-listed crater. Famous for sunrise views. Dramatic coastline there.
Jeju's volcanic origins really make it distinctive, eh? Feels separate from the mainland.
Definitely. And if you want more Jeju culture and geology...
Jeju Folk Village Museum and Monjangal Cave are mentioned too. It looks like plenty to explore there.
For sure. Then, shifting gears to history. Jeongju.
Museum without walls. Sounds like the place for history buffs.
Well, it was the capital of the ancient Silla Kingdom for like 1,000 years. So yeah, it's packed with history.
The article flags Bulguksa Temple and Sikogum Grotto. UNESCO sites again. Must-sees.
Absolutely essential for understanding Korean history and Buddhism.
And Chamseongdae Observatory, oldest observatory in East Asia. That's pretty incredible.
It really is. Thinking about people studying stars there centuries ago. Wow.
Plus, Tumuli Park, those giant ancient burial mounds of Silla rulers.
Yeah, walking around Gyeongju, you just feel the weight of history. The scale of those tombs is something else.
Okay, finally, the article pairs Incheon and the DMZ.
Incheon's more than just the airport city, then.
Seems so. Art, shopping, history, even a Chinatown. But the really unique part is the DMZ.
The demilitarized zone. Yeah, that's a very different kind of experience.
A chance to see the border between North and South Korea. Rare and probably quite sobering.
Powerful reminder of the peninsula's divided history.
Yeah.
Fascinating, but yeah, sobering is a good word.
Okay, so you've got this amazing list of places. Now, how do you actually, do it?
Right, the practicalities.
Yeah.
Flights, hotels, maybe a car.
Exactly. And the article brings in FlightNHotels.com here. Explains how the site helps with booking flights.
Comparing prices, filtering options, looking for deals.
Yeah, sounds like it streamlines that first big step. Makes planning feel more manageable.
Definitely. Having all those flight options in one spot saves a ton of time. Lets you make smarter choices.
And hotels, too. Apparently a wide range from luxury to budget.
Again, comparing prices, looking for offers. Super important. Everyone's got different needs, right?
Totally. That variety means you can find something that fits your style and budget without endless searching.
Makes sense.
And for exploring more freely. Especially places like Jeju, or maybe driving the coast near Busan.
Car rentals.
Yeah, the article mentions their car rental booking feature, that freedom to explore at your own pace, get off the beaten path. That's really appealing.
For sure. Having a car opens up different possibilities, especially outside the big cities. Lets you see more of the countryside.
Okay, let's get down to some quick, essential tips, practical stuff.
Always good to know.
Visa requirements, briefly mentioned. Key takeaway. Always check the latest rules for your specific nationality before you go. Things change.
Crucial first step. Don't get caught out.
Currency is the South Korean one. And good news. Credit cards are widely accepted.
That makes things convenient. Still good to have some cash, probably, but cards work most places.
Staying connected. So important now.
Pocket Wi-Fi or a Korean SIM card.
Yeah. Rent one at the airport seems like the easiest way. Get online for maps, info, whatever.
Right tip. And getting around.
They rave about the public transport. Excellent system. And recommend getting a T-Money card.
Ah, the travel card. Tap and go on subways, buses. Super efficient. South Korea's transport network is really top-notch.
Sounds like it makes navigating easy. And language.
Korean is official, obviously.
Yeah.
But English.
Generally understood in major tourist areas, the article says. So, while learning a few basic Korean phrases is always nice.
And appreciated.
Yeah, definitely. But language probably won't be a huge barrier for most visitors in the main spots.
Good to know. Even a simple hello or thank you in Korean goes a long way, though. Enriches the interaction.
True. Okay, so wrapping up the practical side, why book specifically with FlightNHotels.com, according to this article?
It's our main pitch.
It boils down to a few things.
Yeah.
Global access, so book from anywhere. Best price comparison, trying to pull deals together.
Saving you money, potentially.
Right. Ease of use, user-friendly site, and diverse options. Flights, hotels, cars, all in one platform.
So convenience and comparison shopping, basically, making the planning smoother.
Exactly. Positioning itself as a tool to streamline the whole thing, help you make informed choices efficiently.
Makes sense. Consolidating everything can definitely simplify planning, save time, maybe save some money.
Absolutely. So, as we wrap this up, South Korea. It really does sound extraordinary, doesn't it?
It really does. That mix of ancient and modern culture and nature, it offers so much.
A fascinating blend, creating a travel experience that feels, I don't know, unique, unforgettable.
Yeah, it caters to so many interests. History buffs, tech lovers, foodies, hikers. There's something for almost everyone.
And the great news is, planning it seems more doable now. Resources like FlightNHotels.com aim to simplify that booking process, which can sometimes feel overwhelming.
That ease of planning is often the key, isn't it? Turns that someday trip into a real adventure.
It really can. So here's a final thought for you listening. As you've journeyed with us through South Korea today, what aspect really resonated? Was it the history whispering from the palaces, the K-pop beat driving the modern cities, or maybe the sheer beauty of the landscapes calling you?
Or perhaps just knowing that planning this kind of trip might be easier than you thought. Maybe that's the nudge you needed.
Exactly. Maybe that curiosity is ready to become a real, tangible experience, something to think about.